Take my hand and I'll be your guide. I'll take you places that you'd never find. I know something about a state of mind. I've got the dreamer in me.
Good morning, everyone. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Yes. Lovely. Okay, my computer's doing much better at this show. It's not spinning. Hey, listen, mahalo for being here. It's lovely to see you. It's beautiful to see you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. And for some of you, thanks for coming back, you twofers. That's always really cool because we can just keep on getting the chi going. This is the Morning Flow Show, aka your AM Daily Dose of Chi. And for this, the later Flow Show, the part 2, this is episode number 77. Woohoo! And I'm your host, David-Dorian Ross, the Kupuno Okahe. And again, if I'm not butchering the Hawaiian language like I butcher French, that means pretty much the old man of flow. So that's who I am today. It's Tiki Torch Thursday. Michael's got the tiki torches burning brightly there, and it just, shows the changing of the seasons because now it's dark. Yes. So Tiki Torch Thursday, the day that we kick off the shoes, listen to the Hawaiian jams, a little sway to the flow, and talk about Hawaiian culture. So today I've got a great show planned. We're going to talk about respecting the elders, which is a beautiful cultural value from Hawaiian culture. And I think that's all I got to say about that. Let's just jump right into the moving around, swaying to the flow. Let me turn on the music. There's that. There's that. I am just so with it this morning. Lovely. I even have certain movements planned for us. How about that? Let's just start with a little octopus arms. Get that all out there. And if you want to do the advanced version, with the leg and everything. And then just like the pu'eo, the owl, let's just float on down. Yes. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in, and then stay with me, half down. And float out and up and over the top, crowning the head with the moon. And then Hawaiian rain, liquid sunshine all the way down. One more time. Breathe in. Half down. Back up again like the double rainbow over the top. And float back down. Sinking the chi. Lovely. Let's get this foot one step out to the side. And in front, open the door. Nice. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. There we go. Lovely. Float back up here. Let the hands float down in front of your body. And then just stay with me, turning the palms out and opening the heart, opening the chest, the shoulders, the throat. And float back in again. Breathe in and breathe out. Open everything and turn the head this way. Turn. Looking behind you. Breathe in again. Coming back to the center. And go this way. Out. The pu'eo, the wise owl, looks behind. Breathe in. Back to the middle. Breathe out and open everything. Open. And breathe in back to the center. One more time, yes. So nice. Breathing back in. Breathe out one more time. And then let the arms float. Half down. And inhale up and over the top. Crowning the head. And then rain down to the center. Whole body purification. Beautiful. Open the door. Floating back up, hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Let's get this hand on top and step on in. Yes, and step right on out there. Parting the horse's mane, tossing the frisbee away, tossing the coconut out into the sea. Just toss. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. One more. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Sit on back and drag that hand across the room. Just let it circle all the way around. Step on in. And stepping out, toss that coconut. I can imagine the conversations. Michael, what did you do this morning? I just practiced tossing my nuts into the ocean. Float on out there and sit back and just drag this handle all the way across the room. Circle back around. Step on in. Stepping out, toss away 2 times. There's 1. There's 2. Sit on back and drag across the room. Circle it all the way around. Stepping out 2 times. And sit on back and drag it right to the center. Step on in, this hand on top, but don't stop there. Spread your wings. Open, open, open. And this hand on top as you gather the wings in. Open. Breathe in. Breathe out and stay with me. Let's take a dive into the ocean. Just retrieving the coconut. This hand on top. And dive on down. Beautiful. Stay with me. Let's take everything over to the side. Stepping on in. Melt down. A cone of shave ice just dripping on the sidewalk. Good. This hand pushing down 1 time. And this hand holding on in 1 time. And both hands melting down. Yes, 1 more time. We're going to take it down and we're going to take that step out to the side. Push. Sit on back and drag it across the room. Everything goes back over. And step on in and melt down 2 times. This hand's going to push down 1 time. Because you know what we're doing. Yeah. This hand waving on in. And everything working together. Lokahi, working together. Take it down, take a step. Push. Beautiful. And sit on back and drag it right to the center. Stay with me, circling around, this hand on top. Step out and toss the coconut 2 times. Once. Twice. Sit back, drag across the room. Circling around. Again, step on out, toss away. Once. 1 more. Good. Sit on back and drag right to the center. This hand on top, but spread your wings. Open. Take a dive into the ocean. So nice and cool water. Take a dive. Loving it. Everything goes to the side and melt on down all together. Take it down and take a step out. Ooh, now reverse direction. Just bring it on back. Push. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sit back and drag. All the way across the room. Everything goes to the side. Step on in. 2 times is all I'm walking, all I'm wanting. Take it down, take that step. That's where I'm walking. Taking the step right there. And drag on back. Push again. 1 more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. And sit on back and drag it across the room and stay with me. Now change the shape of your cloud. And just wave across the sky. Beautiful. Stay with me. Step on in and hook right here. Stepping on out, single whip. Oh. And let's loop a couple of times. Good. Release the hook and let it come on down. Change the shape of your cloud. Step on in and hook it right there. Step on out. Two loops. Breakfast cereal of Hawaii. 2 loops. Release the hook and come on down. Change the shape. Step in and hook. Stay with me. One side becomes weightless. Open out. Float back in, melting down. Take a step and open. And loop 2 times. Stop thinking. Just a big... I can hear you thinking, Chris Landrum. Release the hook and come on down and just 2 times across the sky. And step on in and hook it right there. All right, one side just becomes weightless. Open out like a flower. Bring it back on. Melt down, take a step out. For you and I. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now stay with me. Reversing direction. Come back up and over the top. And down. And float back up again. Melting. Floating. Melting. And down and through. And let's just kind of hang out down here for a second. Just getting the chi moving through the earth here. Release the hook. Come on down and just change the shape of your cloud. Step on in and hook. Weightless. Open out. Back in. Take a step and just open the heart. One more. Reverse direction. Up and over the top.
Our lips have met.
Float back up and single whip.
Our eyes not yet.
Reverse direction.
You make me wait.
One more time. Up and over. Open. Down and through. And up and over the top. Beautiful. Release the hook and come on over here and hug the big tree. Let's bring it back to center. And heel toe the feet together a couple of times. Inhale, open. Fingertips come floating back together. Hands pull into the heart. Step into the corner. Push. Pull. Pierce the clouds. Surf it on back. Push. Bring it on back. Reach forward and pull back. And loop. Beautiful. One more time. I'm going to reach out and bring it back into the center. Step back on and hands into the heart. Step into the corner. Push. Pull. Push. Pull. Bring it on back. Pierce the clouds. Surf it on back. One more time. Push. And then reach forward and just gently draw it down. Loop around. Yes. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Nice. Reaching on forward. Let's bring it back home. Step back on in and hug the big tree right here. Inhale and open. The fingertips come floating back together. Hands flat. Sinking the chi like they do on top of Udon Mountain. Half down. And float. floating out, up and over to crown the head, and then dripping down. Open the door, hands in front. Nice. Hug the tree open, this hand on top, step on in. And stepping out, use the back of the hand to open the curtain. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay with me here. Now both hands are going to drift on forward and then gently slide back. Put that up on the shelf. Wave on in and push. Pull. Push. Now stay with me. This foot steps on back, a big step, reaching back behind, reaching up to the clouds. Right? And then just take a break. And reach again. And breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. And let's take it back to my gentle push again. And open the heart. Back over here on this side, this hand on top. Stepping out. Slide the curtain open. And both hands tickle on forward. Just tease it on down. Toss it away. Wave on in. Push. See the light coming in through the window. Step on back. Reaching for the stars. Reach, reach, reach. Take a break. Let it flow. Breathe in. Breathe out. And let's bring it back to my gentle push. And open the heart right here. And come back to center. Step on in and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. The fingertips come floating back together. Hands flatten. And drift all the way down. And this foot's going to return. And on Tiki Torch Thursday morning, mahalo. I love it, man. I love it. That was awesome. Come on back in. Have a seat. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to try this once again because in the last hour it didn't work so well, but I think... That's nice. I love that. Okay. Let me just change my view so I can see all your beautiful faces. Okay. So that was wonderful, by the way, just saying. I am going to see if I can put myself on a timer so that I am keeping track of how long I take, how long-winded I am. So every Thursday we have a chance to talk a little bit about Hawaiian culture because Hawaiian culture is a great example of a whole culture based on flow, based on harmony and balance and harmony with nature, with the ocean, with the land, with each other, with the spirits of the departed. And so, what can we learn from that culture? And we've talked before in some of the other sessions about that the basic unit of Hawaiian culture is not the individual, but the family, right? That the family is the primary unit, and everything is done to promote the balance and well-being of the family itself. But here's the most extraordinary thing we've talked about, and that is that a family can embrace anybody. Anybody can become part of your ohana. If you're a stranger and you walk up the first day, you can be embraced, adopted, taken into the family. And so now, how big is your family? It's pretty darn huge, right? So one of the aspects of keeping the family in harmony and balance is to honor the old people, what we call the kupuna. Now in Hawaiian culture, oftentimes we talk about, kupuna sort of generically as the old folks, the grandmothers and the grandfathers, my kupuna. Sometimes we talk about them as a word that means I'm going to go visit the grandparents. But it's more broadly understood as elder. And so in Hawaiian cultures, there's actually three strong meanings for the word kupuna. So the first one is an elder, a grandparent, an older person, somebody who we honor because they have been around long enough to acquire some life experience. And that life experience enables them to be a family or community leader, right? A leader of the family. That's a kupuna. The second basic definition of kupuna is as an ancestor, one of the lineage of your family, and the ancestor can be, immediate, like my grandma, grandpa, or could be, further back, great grandma, great great grandma, going all the way back. What is your genealogy back to, the 200-300 years, however long that is, right? What is your genealogy? And in Hawaiian culture, the kupuna that are our ancestors, even if they're long departed, are still here, right? They're not really gone. They're still here. And so in times of trouble, or in times of, I want to call upon the mana, the energy of my ancestors, I can call upon them immediately. And sometimes they even show up, right? They show up in the form of what we call the aumakua, the spirits of the ancestors who come into physical form, and then you can see them. In Hawaii, we talk about, honu, the turtle, the shark, pueo, the owl. Had to do some pueo today, right? Just to honor the aumakua. And so we go to them as guidance for, the parts of our lives. And finally, number three, the third strong definition of kupuna is what's known as the source, the starting point, right? The well. We go to the well of knowledge, of wisdom, of experience. Both our direct and our ancient forebears, our ancestors going way back. They're the source of the energy. One of the things that happens in Hawaiian culture, when you decide you have a big project, and you're going to invent something, right? Before you step out into the world with your invention, with the thing that you have created, you would first go to the ancestors. You go to the kupuna and you check it out with them. Is this a good idea? What do you think, right? And let them give you their blessing and their mana, their energy, and then you take it out into the world. So that's a few of the meanings of the word kupuna. But what I thought of this morning as I woke up is, we're surrounded by kupuna all the time. There are elders in our community, in our neighborhood, on the bus ride, on the train, they were surrounded by them. But how much time are we actually spending with them and listening to them, asking them? What would it be like to, sit down next to an older person that you don't even know, you've never met before, and say, I have an idea and I'd like to get your blessing, right? Because they're the source, right? They are part of they don't have to, even if they're a stranger, they can still become part of your ohana, become part of your family, right? They've been around for a while. They may have some wisdom. So my invitation for the day is to spend some time with a kupuna that you meet or already know, that you go spend some time, call up grandma and just say, hey, can I come over for a cup of coffee and sit and chat with you and just let me listen? There's a Hawaiian saying that I was reading, but I can't remember how it goes entirely. But basically it means, open the ears, shut the mouth. And that's how you learn, right? So sit down with a kupuna. That's my invitation for today. And then if you want to share some of the wisdom that you were given today, I would love for you to post it on the Taiji websites or the Facebook pages or something like that. All right, listen, I've gone over my allotted time for myself, so let me go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts. Appreciate that. Man, oh man, a lot of things happening today. 10 o'clock today, CJ McPhee right here is going to be coming to teach a long class. Come and join her. I've been seeing lots of people joining the class every week. That's really awesome. Because I know every time I do a week where I get in one or two of the longer classes, major chi stuff happens. Then at 11 o'clock today, if you are in the traditional Taiji Chuan Academy class, yes, we are having class today. It's going to be good stuff. We're going to be finishing up section 2 of the form. At 5 o'clock tonight, John Paul Vince will be here with the Evening Flow Show. And then at 6 o'clock, that's a drum roll, just in case you're wondering what I'm doing here. Drum roll. Violet Lee will be here in the Thursday night hangout, and we're going to talk story about all the groovy Tai Chi stuff that she's done in her role as a journalist for the St. Louis Examiner. I know more, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow. In the meantime, go out and have a wonderful day. right? Go out and talk to some elders and tell us about it. Keep your hearts open. Take some time to play. And no matter what life throws at you today, you know what to do. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Groovy, groovy, groovy. I love you guys. Aloha. I'll see you tonight at the Hangout.